Someone had to do it. It was too good of an idea not to, and I'm happy to be the one to make it happen. The Rumble logo now has real typography, a real font. I made a lot of letters and numbers, but let's look at what kind of made the original stand out. The middle letters are taller than the side letters. All the letters are super close together, and the first and last letter take up a little extra space with some rocks at the bottom. Now that's a lot of work, so let's total up how much this font is going to take. 26 letters, 10 numbers, 40 symbols, a special version for the beginning and end of every word, a duplicate version so that it'll look better for double letters, and some height variation. Wow, that is a huge total. Okay, let's just remove the height variation, see how manageable that is. Okay, yeah, it still looks good. This is a font I'll make. But it's going to take a while, so let's cut out a little more so I can get a version out now to you guys. Yeah, no, that still looks good. This is the version I'm going to release for now. I'll add that stuff later. Now let's go over the rules that I used to make it actually look rumble. First, the tops are flat, but they can be slightly sloped or stepped. The sides are also flat, but they can have juts out or slopes, and only triangle cuts in if it's showing the roundness in a letter. The jut outs are always rectangle shaped, except for this small spot on L. The loose rocks and the bottom rocks are always pentagon shaped. There are no loose rocks in the holes because they're too small to need it. The bottom rocks can be loose if they're showing roundness like on U. And the main strokes of all the letters are about the same thickness. I made up 3 rules of my own. Large holes can have loose rocks, skinny bases can have loose rocks and the shape doesn't matter at the bottom, and diagonals are allowed if it's really needed to make it look good like these letters. Here are all 11 rules right next to the logo if you wanted to see how well they hold up, but I've been teasing you enough, and here is all the symbols that we have in this version of the font. That's every letter, every number, and the 40 symbols that the community said they'd actually make use of. I also added a little credit symbol on the bottom, as you can see, the 2 Rumble men, and the first and last special E. Those are stored under the lowercase r and the lowercase e, and the special men are stored under the little e with an accent up to the right and an accent up to the left. If you don't know how to access the accented e's, it is these alt codes. And if you're using a fancy tool like Photoshop or a free alternative like Photopea that supports contextual ligatures, then I added some shortcuts to make some of these symbols easier to get to. So to get the first R or the last E, it's just R first and E final. To get the little man, you can just type man left or man right, depending on which one you're looking for. And you don't need any special code to type the credit to me. That is just the vertical bar symbol, which should be on the right side of your keyboard somewhere between the enter and backspace keys. I did mention that I cut out some stuff that I am going to add to the font. Here's an example of that. There's a special version of R that goes at the beginning of word. There's a special version of R that goes at the end of the word. And then there is a repeat version of R for if you ever have double letters in the middle so they don't look exactly the same, because I think that'll look a lot better. So every single letter in the alphabet's going to need an initial, normal, repeat, and final version. And that's why it's going to take so long to get that version out to you guys, but I did want this version to happen. If you'd like to support me, you can obviously subscribe, but I think you'll find way more interest in checking out this other project that I'm working on with a few other guys. We've been working on it for about a year, but the last 6 months we've been taking it seriously, and it's a VR waterbending game called Wave Weaver. We've got a Discord for it and a Patreon where you can get access. Go check it out if you're interested. Now for the big question, where can I get CRUMBLE? What does CRUMBLE cost? It is linked in the description. Beside it, I have put a .psd Photoshop or Photopea, which is a free alternative file. That's the template I used to make all the assets that I used in this video, so meme away with it. The price, I'm making it free, guys. You know I'm making it free. This is for the Rumble community to make cool Rumble things with. The only thing I ask is credit me where you can, so throw me in the descriptions of videos if you used it, or if it's a meme, you can use the little credit icon, which is the vertical bar, but if it makes your meme look really bad, I'll understand if you don't put it. Make sure to let me know if you do anything cool with it. I'd love to see it. I'll make sure to let you guys know when I release the more feature pack version, and have a great day, fellow Earthbenders.